Hey guys, some of you may know I have a new book out on Guitar Vivo. It's called Melodic Blues Guitar Soloing, and it's a little bit of a departure from my last two books, which were sort of jazz guitar oriented. This one is really trying to look into the idea of playing over traditional blues grooves, shuffles, and those kinds of things, and really concentrating on the melodic aspect of soloing. There are 10, I believe, solos that I played that were then transcribed, and then I teach about each one of them, so there's a number of sections. So we're going to go through the book just a little bit, and then I'm going to show you maybe some brief excerpts from the material so you can get a sense of what it's all about. So the first chapter is called Blues by the Numbers. And Blues by the Numbers is my answer to the problem that we have where we hear that you can learn one scale and then be able to solo over a blues. But all of us know that that's a little bit less than satisfactory. So what I've done is created a way of describing melodies with numbers as they relate to the chord of the moment. And, you know, chapter 1 really talks about that. And then there's a long example of what I might do when I solo over one dominant seventh chord in a bluesy fashion. And that's all written out and all. But it's really a way of understanding these blues melodies that aren't scales, to be honest. They're just melodies that are drawn from a number of different, historical sources. I call it blues vernacular. And we learn those things, and we can learn to describe them as they relate to the chord of the moment. That's Blues by the Numbers. Then there's the second chapter is about going from 1 to 4, because that's always an interesting thing, is how do we get from the 1 chord to the 4 chord? That's chapter 2. And then chapter 3 is what we call the turnaround buffet. And I believe that having a lot of turnarounds at your disposal is very helpful for making a better soloist, because you can really frame your playing up and give it context by having a lot of good turnarounds. Okay, so then the solos that I played them in real time to these wonderful tracks that are also available with the book. And I wanted not to write exercises or write out solos and then try and play them. I always find that sounds a little bit less than authentic. So what I did was, this is a method we use quite often at Guitar Vivo, is I played just like I always play, bearing in mind that I wanted to make melodic passages over these traditional blues grooves. And I played maybe 3 choruses, sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. And then they were transcribed so that's a big part of what's in the book. And then also we went back and picked out pieces of the thing, talked about an overview, and then used pieces of the solos to demonstrate different things. So we think it's a very good methodology because it isn't just like academic stuff. It's real playing that's been transcribed really wonderfully and accurately, and then teaching about that. So it's a lot, but so it's a real good value. Then behind the scenes at the website are all of the videos of me playing with the tab underneath them, and then also guitar profiles and PDF and various extra supplemental videos that you can watch and learn more in depth about certain subjects. There's also a master class that is available with the book as well, that you can watch at your leisure. All right, here are some of the examples. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you're inspired perhaps to pick up the book. Check the description for the links that'll get you there. And for everybody who's already purchased the book, thank you very much. It's really great to offer this material to you. Enjoy it.